Good morning, everybody. My name is Amy. I am your hidden consumer expert, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about website copy and some of the benefits it can give you when you get it just right. So, I am back in my office. The fire is still raging. However, it's no longer a threat to our neighborhood. So, after a week of being evacuated, we were allowed back in last Friday. So, happily back in my office since Monday. Good days, good days. So, um, what I wanted to expand on was why your website copy is so important, but it also how what we think we know about our ideal client doesn't give you the full scope, right? There's always going to be people that use those same phrasing, are looking for the same thing, but they're not your what you would consider your typical ideal client. And those are your hidden consumers that are going to come out of the mist and onto your website. And they're the ones that are going to help also generate more sales for you. So you may be very focused on a specific person because you know the people that hit this demographic and they're live in this area, they do this for a business and they have this problem and this is the solution you want and that's what you do. What you don't realize is that the knowledge you have kind of limits you to who else is out there. You don't know who everybody is. You don't know all the situations that people may need your exact same solution because they're having the same problem, but they don't fit that demographic of your ideal client. This is why getting your website copy is so key. One Every single client I've worked with from the beginning has always said, "How did you find this person? I didn't know they existed and needed my assistance." That is because your website copy didn't talk to who you wanted to work with. One of the big things I'm seeing right now is a lot of people who have put thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars into traditional SEO, it's plummeted, right? Traditional SEO doesn't work because what was it about? It was about putting in key phrases every other sentence, every other word. It was just like, but it didn't really have a cohesive conversation around it, right? You can go to those websites now, they're struggling to get traffic. No one wants to be on their pages because no one's engaging. It drops a whole lot of people on that page, but the next steps, which are all about engagement, getting that conversion rate, doesn't happen if you're not talking to people through your website copy. So, one of the big conversations I'm having with people right now is this being commercial versus being personable, right? There's a big feeling that you can't have the two, and that if you're going to be commercial, you have to be very standoffish. You can't talk to people on a level that they're going to understand, which destroys everything you're trying to do with your website. Your website is a way to bring in traffic that you've never met to get them to engage with you to decide you are the person they need to work with. But they're not going to make that decision if your website copy doesn't speak to them on a level that they can connect with. I will even say they need to make an emotional connection. You can easily go overboard and you got to just keep it simple. If it helps, think about a person who you loved working with. Think about what those early conversations went. What were their questions they were asking? What were their concerns? That is what you're looking to put into your website copy. You want to be able to answer some really specific questions for them that give them comfort and strength in knowing that you are going to be the one they want to work with. So, in order to do that, you can't be using "my clients enjoy this" or using your first name instead of saying "I can do this for you," right? You got to make it a conversation. What I can do for you is this because you're experiencing X, Y, and Z. My solution will come in and help you get beyond that. So now you've got your next level growth. That is the website copy. That's that personalization you need to put into it. You're not going to go like all in the deep end. This isn't Facebook. It's not like that. You still need to be professional, but you want to talk to them on a UI level, not on a very overwhelming. It's these abstract concepts. Excuse me. So with that said, this is why I put so much emphasis on website copy. I've spent years trying to get website copy just right. What I know is that when I work with people, when I say we're looking at your website copy from this level, these are the questions that need to be answered. Here's how I would phrase it. Now you come back at me and say, okay, but this is how my client says it. And that's the copy we go with, because you know what they're saying. It's just a matter of understanding that that phrasing belongs on the website. And that's where it all comes together. So I'm going to keep talking about website copy over the next few weeks. I'm going to break it down a little bit more. We're going to talk about how that connects to search engines, because how do we randomly get these people there if we're using their language, right? There's a whole system. So next week, we're going to talk about the search engine side of it and what this kind of copy does to really bring in more people for you as well. So with that, I am your hidden consumer expert, Amy. If you want to learn more about me, here is my website. My homepage is set up the way I would go in and work with other people and setting up their websites. I have a little caveat of explaining the hidden consumers. It's a new concept for many people. And my next steps are I need to work on my call to action strategy, and I need to work on my page strategy. So if you want to watch me put into practice what I do for everybody else, but finally doing it for myself, go ahead and keep an eye on my website and take a look at how things are going. I will tell you, as of right now, my average engagement on my website is 8 minutes. Most people can't even get beyond 10 seconds. So there is my strategy does work. And once I get my call to action strategy and page strategy, I can do more with that. If you want to read more about our topic of conversation about website copy, looking beyond what you already know and how to embrace the hidden, go to and check out my website copy that builds relationships and ROI. All of these links will be in the chat below the video. So thank you all. Have a great rest of your day. Let me know if you have questions. And